Charging around in the next half hour. All the latest from the American football scene now with Mick Luckhurst.
As the regular season comes to a close, Red 42 rounds up all the crucial action. We talk with a two-time world champion on take one. We offer you a chance to go to Super Bowl 25. The Giants and the Broncos meet in archive, and we find out just how much Bo knows.
The last weekend of the regular season wrapped up the remaining details of the playoff picture. In the AFC, Miami, with a wild card already assured, took home field for the first playoff game with a win over the Colts. In Chicago, Christian Okoye's touchdown helped the Kansas City Chiefs to victory over the Bears, giving them a chance of the AFC West title, but only if the Raiders were to lose to San Diego. In the event, a fourth-quarter rally by the Raiders took them past the Chargers to their first division championship since 1985. The Seahawks did all they could to get into the playoffs with a big win over the Lions, but they still had to hope that Pittsburgh would beat Houston on Sunday night. For the Bengals, it was the other way round. They needed Houston to beat Pittsburgh, but first they had to beat last year's AFC Central champions Cleveland, who lately have been doing a good job of beating themselves.
Leroy Horde has replaced Metcalf. He's in the backfield with Mack. And the give is to Horde, who's thrown back. Second and goal from the one. Mack. Same result. Play action, no, it's Kevin Mack, and he's stopped again, short of the goal line. Fourth and goal. Gainer. No signal. The Bengals hold.
After stopping the Browns from scoring, the Bengals defense set about scoring themselves, forcing two big turnovers in the second quarter.
Pass intercepted. Touchdown, James Francis. Brennan was open, the ball tipped and intercepted. Bussey has it. Barney Bussey. Third down play. Boomer for the end zone. Holman, touchdown.
14-0 down at the half, it looked like being a miserable last game in charge for Browns acting head coach Jim Schaffner. But in the third quarter, Cleveland began to come back.
Mack. Cleveland touchdown. Fake to Mack. Pagel for the end zone. Has his man. Brennan for the touchdown.
In the fourth, with the game tied and a playoff place on the line, Sam Weish signalled in possibly the Bengals' most important play of the season.
Boomer fakes. Lofted up for ball. Eric Ball. Touchdown.
But with 28 seconds left, the Browns had a final chance to tie the game and prolong the agony for Cincinnati.
Pagel overshoots the intended receiver, and it's intercepted. David Fulcher, the all-pro safety, intercepts the overthrown pass, and the Bengals will have a chance for the playoffs.
That result left the fate of four teams hanging on the evening game between Houston and Pittsburgh. To recap for the confused, a Houston win would put the Oilers and the Bengals into the playoffs. A Pittsburgh victory would see the Steelers and the Seahawks through. With Warren Moon hurt, Houston's Cody Carlson started at quarterback.
Pickett is on a wing. White to Sessa. White. Flag is down. It's a touchdown. Carlson. throws late. Touchdown, Imlach. Carlson, touchdown. Drew Hill.
Merrill Hodge pulled a touchdown back for the Steelers early in the second half, but Carlson continued to operate the run and shoot brilliantly.
Carlson deep down the middle. Jeffries. Touchdown.
Hodge scored his second touchdown of the night in the fourth quarter, but Houston won it 34-14, setting up a first-round playoff game against the team their victory helped to put there. So the final AFC standings look like this. In the East, the title and wild card were decided long ago. The Colts' final day loss to Miami saw Ron Mayer fall to his first losing season as coach at Indianapolis. The Central finished as a three-way split, with Pittsburgh losing out to Houston on the head-to-head tiebreaker. The Oilers travel to divisional champion Cincinnati in the playoffs. In the West, the Raiders take the title ahead of the Chiefs, last year's champions and AFC Super Bowl representatives Denver, finishing last behind the Seahawks and the Chargers.
I see myself part human and part deer. I love the way, just like when I'm out hunting, I love the way the deer runs when they're in the run. When they're out in the woods, they're quiet, but they move so fast that it's unreal. And that's the type of person that I take pride in trying to be.
Modesty aside, though, Bo Jackson has had a great year. Already an all-star in baseball, the part-time Raider created a unique double when he was voted to the Pro Bowl on the strength of some powerful late-season running.
That one play happened so fast that I don't know what happened. Bam, and I was gone.
The guy can flat out fly. I mean, from the first 20 yards, I don't know if there's anybody as fast as he is. I mean, pure and simple explosion.
I kind of felt the guy breathing down my back, so I had to turn it up just a notch, just to make sure that I got in the end zone. I know that it's going to be a long run after I get past the backers. And as far as the defensive backs are concerned, if I don't have to do all the crap I did this past Saturday as far as cut back and jump over somebody and stumble, I don't worry about getting caught, period. Jay knocked the guy out of the way and he fell right in front of me. I leaped over him, I lost my balance, I stumbled for about 6 yards, and when I come up, I just started running. They were lucky that I didn't just fall down at the 20 because I was running on fumes.
You just have to look at it and shake your head. You know, I mean, me and Marcus went on the field and told him get in the end zone and everything like that, but when he came to the sideline, we just looked at him, we just shook our head because, I mean, I don't know of any other back in the league who could have made that run except Bo Jackson.
Bo may yet prove to be in a class by himself. His average this season is 5.6 yards a carry, and his career average is 5.5. If he keeps that pace up, he'll be at the top of the all-time list. The current leader, though, is unimpressed with his part-time challenger.
Don't ask me to compare myself to a half-a-season guy. And anyway, that's insulting to all of us who had to play in the snow and who had to bleed out of our nose and who had to, like, have an average when we had to carry on third down and one in touchdowns when there's 1 yard to go when the defense was stacked, to a guy that comes in with the perfect circumstances. I mean, it's a new day.
Playing two sports may compromise Bo's statistics, but it gives him an even bigger shot at posterity, being the first man to play in a Baseball World Series and a Super Bowl. Having helped the Raiders to the AFC West Championship, he's just 2 games away from the football half of the equation.
Red 42. Red 42.
I grew up in Texas, about 90 miles out of Houston, Texas, big Houston. And, you know, it's a rough refinery town, you know, and it's tough town. I never really, you know, grew up with my father being around much, but I think it's just a neighborhood thing and something that all kids want to do in America. We almost had our own football team at the house, you know, and I'm just one of those athletic guys, always enjoyed competing in sports, always enjoyed winning and having fun, and always just outgoing like that. I did things in the off season to, you know, help myself through school. Even though I was on scholarship, I worked as a garbage man. I worked on the docks. I did odd jobs. I did whatever it took, you know, to make myself a better person. Being a garbage man in the summer months of Texas, believe me, that'll keep you in the greatest condition. It'll keep you real skinny like I am. You know? I'm a hyper guy, you know, I'm always out there flying around, making plays, always wanting to do something spectacular and great, you know. Usually when you do those things, you put your name in the paper. Best is winning the world championship. Worst would be losing one of the critical games, like back in 1987 when Minnesota came and knocked us out of the playoffs, first game, and that was really disappointing. Without a doubt, you know, I'm a born-again, spirit-filled Christian where, you know, I trust in God and He's in control of me. And I figure if I go out and I work hard and I continue to trust Him, things will work out pretty good. You're not going to be great, but, you know, it gives you that inner peace. Both great quarterbacks, both capable of winning a big game. The difference in them is personality. Joe's quiet, low-key. Dan Marino's blue-collar. Go, 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 go. You know, Dan's one of the guys, and I think I like that, you know. Dan invited me to his house for dinner and party and everything. Joe never did that, so Dan's my guy.
Talking of quarterbacks, Randall Cunningham threw 3 touchdowns as the Eagles beat the Cardinals to clinch home field advantage in this week's NFC wildcard game. Their opponents will be the Washington Redskins, who gained a valuable boost for the playoffs with their 29-14 victory over the AFC Eastern Division champion Buffalo Bills. The Cowboys came to a soggy Atlanta knowing a victory would secure them the final NFC wildcard spot. But what they hadn't anticipated was the resolve of Jerry Glanville's Falcons.
2 tight ends. They got an advantage to the right side, right of center. Nope, they're coming back.
From the run, and it's in for the touchdown, Tracy Johnson. And it'll be taken by Jones. Keith Jones is gonna go!
Somebody's got to be open.
It's Deion Sanders. Look out! Look out! So long!
That touchdown was the final nail in the Cowboys' coffin as they went down 26-7. This meant they had to sit and wait until Monday night to see if they would be allowed into the playoffs via the back door. So the Saints needed just a win or a tie against the Rams, and they started the game like a team on a mission.
Walsh off the play fake, has a man open! Touchdown! Floyd Turner. 4:35 to go in the half. 1st and goal. Jordan and Hayward are the running backs. And this is Hayward for the touchdown.
In the second half, Jim Everett brought the Rams back into the game to raise the Cowboys' followers' hopes.
2nd and 5 from the 48. Everett pump faking, going deep, has Anderson open, and Flipper scores. The scene in Dallas.
Morton Anderson, who had uncharacteristically missed 2 earlier field goals, was successful in the 4th quarter to give the Saints a 7-point lead. Then with less than 90 seconds to play, Jim Everett was looking to tie the game.
Fake to Gary. Everett throws, touchdown, caught by Del Pino. Irving, Texas.
Things have lightened up in Dallas, haven't they?
1:10 to play. Walsh underneath. It's Perryman to the Ram 45, first down. It's caught by Martin inside the 30, inside the 20, out of bounds at the 13. It's a chip shot for Anderson, 29-yard attempt. Blocked! And a flag is down. There's a flag down at the line of scrimmage. Alvin Wright was the guy who blocked it.
Offside, defensive nosedive. After distance, repeat second down.
Everybody who jumped out of their seat in Dallas is back in it.
Now it's a 24-yard attempt. They'll go to Chicago.
So in the NFC, the Eastern Division has 3 teams making the playoffs. The Giants as champions and the Eagles and Redskins as wildcards, whilst Dallas narrowly missed making it 4. In the Central, Chicago won handily despite losing 4 of their last 6 games, and the rest had losing records. And in the West, New Orleans' late run of success qualified them as a wildcard, and the 49ers took their 5th successive Western title as they look for their 3rd consecutive Super Bowl win.
The playoff schedule between now and the conference championships features 4 games a weekend. This week's Saturday fixtures are the Redskins at the Eagles in the NFC wildcard and the Chiefs against the Dolphins in the AFC equivalent. On Sunday, the wildcard Oilers travel to AFC Central rivals, the Bengals, in our featured game. The late match, which we'll be covering in a special program at 20 past midnight, is New Orleans at NFC Central champion Chicago. The divisional champions with the best records have a bye this week.
The Denver Broncos came to Super Bowl 21 hoping they would win. The New York Giants came knowing they would.
Morris, he fakes the handoff. Sam's trying to throw. Does. Touchdown, big boy. Very good, Jimmy.
In the first half, the Giants were characters in the story. In the second, they authored the script for Super Bowl 21. Mark Bavaro's touchdown began an onslaught of Giant points.
McConkey comes in motion to the right-hand side. Pitch. Forrester turns around back to Sims on the flea flicker. Sims is looking way downfield. He's got to receive it. Complete. Down to the 10. 5. Touchdown, I believe. And no, they are marking it for 1. Here we go. 1 yard needed for a touchdown. Handoff. Forrest. He's going to get it. It was like Katie by the door. They know they're going to score. They almost gave up.
In a dazzling performance that made history, game MVP Phil Simms picked Denver apart. The Giants scored 30 second-half points to set a Super Bowl record. Bill McConkey's touchdown was not the official end of Super Bowl 21, but the official start of the victory celebration.
2 tickets for the Silver Anniversary Super Bowl 25, plus hotel accommodation and return flights to Tampa Bay, Florida, will all be going to the winner of our Super Bowl competition. Our panel of judges have selected the top 10 touchdowns of the 1990 American football season. All you have to do is pick the top 5. If your selection agrees with the judges and is first out of the helmet, then you could be winging your way to the season's showpiece. Here are the top 10 touchdowns.
Hill in motion, pitch back. He wants to throw the pass. Anderson can't throw. Hill runs. 5. Touchdown. Miller in traffic. John Collins. What a play.
goes up high, takes the ball right off the defensive back's back.
Jones and Broussard, the center. Broussard, he's got 5, 10. He's got a touchdown.
There's Cunningham, dodges left, and puts it way downfield for Fred Barnett, who has the catch, and the race is on. There are no flags, a 95-yard touchdown.
Buffalo ahead of Miami in the East, and now the Raiders, can they stay with Kansas City, and can Denver stay with Bo Jackson? The answer is no. Bo has another.
Metcalf cutting left to the 15, across the 20, 25, 30, back to the middle to the 35, 40. Metcalf might be gone. Metcalf to the 40 of the Oilers. Eric Metcalf is gone for a touchdown. And that is a Metcalf special.
Herschel on the toss, flea flicker to Gannon. Beautifully covered by Lee.
Mark Lee's going to make a play on it right here, but Carter, the ball never hits the ground. It hits his hand. What a sensational catch.
That's a touchdown, folks.
Second down and 8 as Pete hands it off to Sanders on a delay, and he has room inside the 20, breaks the tackle, touchdown Sanders.
Testaverde go! He might score! He does score!
So that's the top 10. Now pick your best 5 and put them in order of merit on the left-hand side of a postcard, together with your name, address, and a daytime telephone number on the right. Then send it to Super Bowl 25 Competition, Cheerleader Productions, P.O. Box 1BW, London, W1A, 1BW. The closing date is Wednesday, the 16th of January, and we'll announce the winner during our live championship game on Sunday, the 20th. So please make sure that your passport is in order.
And the next American football action on 4 is tomorrow night at 8:30, with updates at midnight 20.